It shows that ano talaga yung Cebu, it's still a Duterte country.
Oo. So, I want to ask you, Pam, no, what do you make of these corruption allegations against Vice President Duterte? I mean, you were from the private sector. We know that in corporate, you have to be transparent. Diba? Corporations will not tolerate any form of corruption. And I believe hindi ka naman politiko talaga.
Yeah.
Corporate ang background yung mag-asawa. You're a vice president that does not want to answer how she spent her confidential funds. So ang tanong, how could you support that when you have a different set of values?
It's nothing to do with the values, Karen, no? But it's something to do also with yung iba naman na mga officials, hindi naman talaga din sila nag-declare because it's a confidential funds, no? So we cannot propel her also to to talk about it kasi after all, it's a confidential fund. So I don't know why people are focusing only on her. When there are also other officials in the same situation as her. Pero siya lang talaga yung na-highlight. And somehow it's also unfair.
Okay. Now, okay. All right. But do you believe, just make this short before we go back to
Yes.
online gambling, do you believe the vice president should explain, or were you at least curious with what has come out in the House hearings of names that were in the receipts, like Mary Grace Piatos, names of fruits? People, didn't you think as a senator that there were possibilities of corruption in that whole process of
Karen, as former Senate President, we had access. They always give the President, they always give the Speaker of the House and Senate President access to all these confidential funds. So much so that I opened it up to Senator Risa and Senator Coco and to my colleagues who wanted to see all these documents. Because pumuputok na yan na wala pang away, wala pang gulo yung Marcos Duterte, wala pang away. But Senator Coco wanted to see this. We opened it up. We looked at it. According to the intelligence community, according to people who are actually using confidential funds, they never put the names. They never put the actual names because of the idea that it's confidential. So they never put the actual names. Now, what the prosecutors have to tie in is, number one, are these actual recipients? And if the vice president can actually show a list of the actual recipients. And number two, did she benefit from the funds? They have to prove that she pocketed the funds, Karen. Now, in the absence of that, I'm keeping an open mind. So my point being is, we just have to study and continue with the process and look at the evidence at hand. But my point being is, why just single out her? Let's get rid of the fund for everybody else. Because maybe we should look into this deeper. Maybe the ombudsman should look into this deeper, not only to the vice president, to the president, but also to everyone else who has confidential funds from Apari to Holo in all the local government units, Karen. I know them saying this. I might be ostracized by and vilified by my friends in the local government units, but it's true. They have confidential funds in many, if not most, local government units all across the country. So maybe we should look into reforming that use of that fund.
Okay. Before we go on to the 777, it's not easy being you also at this point. I mean, you're speaking out. You're alone. I'm hearing talk that some congressmen are actually upset that you're exposing the infirmities of the budget because it benefits a lot of them too. How do you do this na you are out there, you're boldly speaking out?
I've been there, done that, di ba? I've never chosen the popular path. I've always chosen the right path. Okay.
Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong was the first to discuss itong 777 expose. And you recently also said congressmen who joined the Bagong Pilipinas Serbisyo Fair received government aid allocations worth 7 million for AIC, 7 million for medical assistance, 7 million for tupad. That's a total of 21 million pesos.
That's not cash.
Okay,
Hindi yan
yes,
cash,
yes,
hindi
yes.
yan cash.
And you said it's required that the lawmakers go to the Speaker's office to secure the approval.
Not
All right,
go to the
explain.
Speaker's office, di ba? Okay, baka sabihin, niligwa ko yan. I was quiet about it. Tinanong ako nung isang reporter after the SONA, totoo ba yung 777? Alam, magsinungaling ako. Di ba? So sinabi ko, totoo. And, okay, ano ba yan? Di ba naglalagay ng pondo ng AIX, AKAP, and MAIP, and TUPAD, no? I think ang pinaka-importante dyan kasi is yung MAIP, yung Medical Assistance to Indigent Patients. Di ba yan yung parang wag silang So, pag ikaw may hawak noon, talagang hawak mo yung congressman. Paano matitiis ng congressman na dahil nanindigan siya, pag merong may sakit, wala siyang maitulong. Okay? So talagang ang hirap, di ba? And di ba, nung nagkaroon ng ruling doon sa PDAF, na ginawa unconstitutional, ang sinabi doon, hindi pa pwedeng post-enactment ng Congress, di ba? Ibig sabihin, pag pinasa ng Congress ang budget, hindi na niya pwedeng pakialaman. Okay? Ang sinasabi, okay, for example, ang sagot ng dalawa doon, si Congressman Isidre ng Tingog, of course, he will defend the speaker. Ang sabi niya noon, no, the requests are just being endorsed. Hindi yan approval o disapproval. Oh, I am asking him now, bakit pag sumama ka sa bagong Pilipinas Servisyo Fair, meron kang 777. Kung hindi ka sumama, wala ka. Endorsement ba yan? O he has the authority to give and not to give? Very clear, the Speaker has the authority to give or not to give a district the soft funds. Not only dun sa 777. Kasi may basic kami, di ba? Pag kulang, dun kami magre-request sa portal. May portal yan. O tapos di ba pinakita ko nga yung text? Ano ba nakasulat dun sa text? Mamaya, hanapin ko pag may break up. Na yung the funds you requested from the speaker. So, okay, pero niliwanagin ko, hindi po ito cash na binibigay. It is 7 million worth of AIX, 7 million worth of TUPAD, 7 million worth of AKAP, o minsan ginagawang 7 million worth of MAIP. So maliwanag na aprubahan na namin yung budget, but still, the authority to give or not to give is with the Speaker. At meron talagang nababawian. Pag hindi ka sumunod, if you're not a good boy or a good girl, pwede kang bawian, pwede i-hold.
Is that fundamentally wrong?
Yes, because sinabi na nga doon sa bawal ang post-enactment. Our role is to approve the budget. After we approve the budget, hindi na namin pwedeng pakialaman yun kasi nasa executive branch na yon. It's up to the executive to implement it.
Okay.